Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Dear students, today we are going to discuss the parts of speech. Parts of speech are one of the traditional categories of words intended to reflect their functions in a grammatical context. In simple words, parts of speech are categories of words in traditional grammar. According to Martin Gray, there are 8 parts of speech. Number 1, nouns. Number 2, articles. Number 3, adjectives. Number 4, verbs. Number 5, adverbs. Number 6, prepositions. Number 7, pronouns. Number 8, conjunctions. Our today's topic is verb. We will also discuss nouns and pronouns. First of all, we will discuss noun. What is a noun? A noun is a person, place, or a thing. We can have some examples of noun as person, place, or thing. Nouns can be persons like Barack Obama, women, firefighter, librarian, Miss Dahl, Messi. Nouns can be place like Sam Houston Middle School, the grocery store, Dallas, Texas, Senegal, the gym, hospital. Nouns can also be things like desk, helicopter, an apology, an education, cars, happiness, thoughts, highway, television. The next part of speech is pronouns. Pronouns are we, he, I, she, us. Definition of pronoun is a sentence element used to replace a noun. In simple words, we can say that pronouns are words used to replace a noun or a noun equivalent construction. The replaced noun is named as the antecedent. In other words, we can say that pronouns are those words which replace a noun in a sentence, in a paragraph. The word which has been replaced by those pronouns is called antecedent. Syntactically, pronouns have the same functions as the nouns do. Morphologically, pronouns are used to avoid repetition and to clarify nouns, categories of number, person, and gender. Our next part of speech is verb. Verbs are action words that tell what we are doing. Definition of verb is that verb is a word used to describe an action, state of occurrence, and forming the main part of predicate of a sentence. There are many types of verbs like intransitive verb, transitive verb, compound verb, helping or auxiliary verb, linking verbs, regular verbs, and irregular verbs. Transitive verbs are action verbs that have an object to receive the action. On the other hand, intransitive verbs are those words which do not have an object to receive the action. We can cite examples like I baked some cookies. In this sentence, we can see that baked is transitive verb while cookies are object. I rode the bicycle. Rode is main verb, bicycle is object. Action is being passed to the object. I moved the chair. Move here is a verb. Regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are those whose past tense and past participles are formed by adding a d or an ed to the end of the verb. We can have some examples like roll, rolled, rolled, plan, planned, planned, look, looked, looked. On the other hand, irregular verbs are those verbs in which there is not an addition of d and ed, like break, broke, broken, run, ran, run, come, came, come, swim, swam, swum, fly, flew, flown, buy, bought, bought. These verbs are called irregular verbs, which do not take d and ed to form their past tense and past participles. Next type is compound verbs. Every subject in a sentence must have at least one verb, but that does not mean that a subject can have only one verb. Some subjects are greedy as far as verbs go. A greedy subject can have 2, 3, 4 or more verbs all to itself. When a subject has 2 or more verbs, you can say that the subject has a compound verb. Examples are Mathleta loves bread but detests butter. In this sentence we can see that there are two verbs have been used in this sentence. Sarah baked cookies and ate them up. Dogs love to eat bones and love drinking water. Underlined words are verbs in this sentence. One subject is taking two verbs, so these verbs can be are called compound verbs. Helping verbs and linking verbs. Most important type of verbs. Help, the main verb express action or state of being. Example, we have eaten. Have is helping verb and eaten is main verb in this example. They are used together to express the action. They are working. In this sentence we can see that are is helping verb and working is a main verb. They are used together to express the action. There are only about 15 helping verbs in English, and we divide them into two basic groups. Number one is primary helping verbs. 3 verbs. These are the verbs be, do, and have. Note that we can use these 3 verbs as helping verbs or as main verbs. Be, am, is, are, was, were, be, been, being. Have, has, had, do, does, did. Modal helping verbs are 10 in number. We use modal helping verbs to modify the meaning of main verb in some way. Modal verbs are used to modify the meaning of main verb. A modal helping verb expresses necessity or possibility and changes the main verb in that sense. These are some modal verbs: can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, and ought to. These are some modal verbs. Linking verbs, a verb that links or joins the subject with another word in sentence is called linking verb. What does it do? A verb that links or joins the subject with another word in sentence is called linking verb. Here are some examples. Ali was the winner of the race. In this sentence we can see that was links winner and the subject. Winners rename the subject. So in this sentence was is linking verb. Linking verb links the subject to words or groups of words that identify or describe the subject. Like Mr. Ward is our teacher. In this sentence we can see that the linking verb is links the subject Mr. Ward to the noun teacher. Another example we have, that dog looks miserable. In this example we can see that the linking verb looks links the subject dog to the adjective miserable. Next parts of speech will be discussed in next video.